You, I can't catch a break, man. What the fuck? Jesus. Ever since the ordeal with the police, I can tell you never had a problem with the police ever before in my life. You know what I mean? And now somebody's applying pressure and still applying pressure. I got a hearing, like I said, for an injunction on the 8th. Okay? That's somebody going above and beyond to keep me away from my kids. So I've got that going on. Then I just get a call, right? From a sheriff telling me that he has to serve me some papers. So he's on his way right now to serve me some papers. What the hell is going on, bro? I'm asking for a friend right now. I mean, this shit is crazy. You would think I was, like, what did I do? I was in, listen to this, bro. Listen to this. I was in court. And saw people sentenced who killed somebody. Now, picture that. They killed somebody, right? They got the charge of manslaughter. They sold some fentanyl to the person. The person died, OD, and then they got the charge because they sold it to him. Long story short, Buddy got 2 years in prison, followed by 2 years probation. This man killed somebody, right? Indirectly. I have 1 year, 4 years paper, right? You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. It's just crazy, man. And then I got a sheriff talking about he's on his way. What? And I'm doing all these classes too. And I gotta have supervised visit to see my family, to see my kids. Like what? Like I shot the PlayStation. That's my charge, right? I assaulted the PlayStation. Okay? So that's my charge. Allegedly, that's what happened. I did my time. I did 6 months in jail. What are we doing? Why am I still, getting punished? It's frustrating, man. It's just really frustrating. It's draining. It's draining when you have a good man like me. You know what I mean? And here he comes right here. What's up, sir? Yeah, yes, sir.
How you doing?
I'm all right, man. I'm just stressed. I'm drained.
Do you have an ID on you?
No. But, or maybe I do. Let me see. Yeah. What is this for, sir?
It's an injunction.
An
I
injunction?
guess it got extended.
Extended?
Yeah.
What county is this?
Seminole.
Seminole County.
Yeah.
It got extended. When did it get extended?
I don't know.
Oh my, that's my mom. My mom's visiting.
Okay. Yeah, it just says here that you have a court date on November 8th
Right.
at 9 o'clock.
Right.
And this is Seminole County.
Okay.
So,
Hello.
how you doing?
Fine, thank you.
So, I don't know because this is the first time I'm seeing this one. As far as visits seeing you.
Right.
Okay, so I guess whatever, I guess, did you have a court date before?
This is, I mean, yeah. So, I mean, I already knew about this.
Yeah, so then whatever happened,
Yeah.
then when you guys went to court, the judge made his decision, and this is what it's saying. This is what he did.
So we have a court date. I already knew about this.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I don't know the
You guys
specific.
don't know. Right?
So all I do is just get this,
Yes, sir.
and then I'm sent out to go find you.
Right. Okay.
So you say you have an ID?
Mm-hmm.
We'll just take a quick look. So everything is in effect still, even though you get an extension as far as
Well, there's no extension. That's what we're going to court for.
yeah.
So you're telling me it's guaranteed?
So this is going to be extended.
So why are we even going to court then?
The judge. I don't know.
Okay.
The judge.
But you're okay.
Yeah,
So
the judge is the one who made all this decision. So he just wanted you to know.
So the judge already made the decision. So I'm signing on what?
So all you're gonna do is just all this is saying is that you got this, which I'm gonna give to you. Okay. I'm gonna give you this package so that way you can read it. So again, everything is still in effect, meaning zero contact, any type of communication with whoever Christina is.
Well, no, it's my kids. That Christine, that's mother.
Okay. Mother. And then of course you can't have any firearms or anything like that.
Right. Okay. So wait. So it does say I can contact my kids?
No, no, you can't contact them. Okay. So that's something you'll have to bring up when you go to court. Okay. So I just need you to print and sign your name right there, and then you'll be good to go, man.
No, you're good, man. It's annoying,
I got you. I hear it in print also. I hear it all the time.
When you have a real dad who's actually involved in his kids' lives, and then you have someone actively trying to take them away, doing everything they can to run me through the.
And that's yours, okay?
I appreciate
it. All right, man. You got it, man. Thank you for meeting me, man.
Yeah, man. See what I'm saying? Bullshit, man. Bullshit. Again, why are we extending? We're extending the injunction. So what this is it's basically a restraining order. We put a restraining order on me, so that way I can talk to my kids. She can't put it on my son anymore because he's 18 now. But she's doing it on my daughter. Why? What did I like? People ask me all the time, what did you do to her? I'm like, I don't know, bro. God damn, like why? I laugh, but it's so sad. It's just like you have me. I'm a good dad, man. I do everything for my kids. I do everything, and my son. And technically, he's not even mine. But like I said in the video, some of you may know, he used to think my name was Babe. Huh? Hey, babe. What's up, babe? It was adorable. Then one day, as I'm picking him up from school, he's like, hey, there's my dad over there. I said, whoa, that was heavy. So, I mean, it's just like, why would you take somebody away from that? You know what I mean? Why would you do that? Kids need dads in their lives. Dad's better, you know what I mean? Dad's better a ton. And you see the parents, the kids that don't have dads in their lives, you see what it's a struggle. When you have somebody who's active again, I'm no deadbeat. I take care of mine. Okay? I even have kids calling me dad that aren't mine, technically. But you know what I'm saying? I don't have to tell them to say shit. But so that should tell you something, right? This man doesn't have to tell his kids just naturally call him dad, somebody that he raised and still calls pops to this day. Why are you taking that away? Why are you stripping that relationship? Why are you trying to make our relationship toxic? Because it was a beautiful relationship. It was a beautiful relationship when we were married, and I was the sole provider, and taking care of everything. I was dad then, but now all of a sudden I'm nobody, and now the simple assaulting the PlayStation turns into this horrendous thing that I'm put in jail for 6 months for. And then I have to take this horrible plea. They're not budging on the plea because somebody's dealing with the state attorney, showing up to every court date. It's hard. And then they don't want to withhold adjudication. They want you to hold and get a felony. They want you to get all this stuff.
Right now, it'd be like 604.
So
And then you gotta have insurance.
it's just like, can I breathe?
Yeah.
Can I breathe? Let me live, man. Let me live. Right? Let me take care of my kids. Let me be there for my kids. I can't even be there for my kids. I already served 6 months in jail. Now I'm on, on this punishment. I can't leave the house. On probation. I have to get supervised visits with my daughter. I have to pay for that, which I gladly do that. I gladly pay, but it's just like, man, we're like, and then these attorneys are slick, right? They say, hey, we'll take this case, right? And we'll handle this case from beginning to end. But what they don't tell you is any little thing that opens up a violation or any little thing can open up a new case. Or in my case, someone's opening up new cases, injunctions, extending injunctions, another case. Well, these attorneys don't cover you for that case because they say, well, that's a new case, even though it stems from this case. They say, well, we're not going to represent you there. Or if we do, it's another fee. So you see, I'm getting banged and fees on top of fees on top of fees. Then I come home, and now these charges, which they supersized, which was discharge of fine, which is a misdemeanor, was supersized to a second-degree felony, shooting or throwing a missile into a building. I didn't even know you could do that. I'm like, how could you do? If I would have took it to court and trial, which I should have, but I didn't have the health to withstand being in jail and getting drugged through that process. But if I would have took it to trial, I would have fought a misdemeanor, which was punishable by a year in jail or prison. Then you amended and supersized it to a second-degree felony. And then talking about adding more charges. So then I take the horrible plea, I get out of jail. Now again, there's an injunction, which you see I was served with. I got the injunction. And so that's on top of my head when I get out. They told me the same thing. Hey, you have to have no contact with your kids. Again, I haven't seen or talked to my kids in 6 months, 7 months. Can't, nothing. Can you imagine what I went through with multiple sclerosis with that shit? I'm still going through. So I can't see my kids. Then, so I get out, and now I'm in a cage. I'm already on the gold monitor. I can't get a job because this horrible charges showing up on my background checks, and I can't even sell life insurance anymore. I can't even get a job doing Uber. The fuck? So then now I can't even get a job. So now, so I'm limited again. I'm in a cage. You don't have, talking about the ex, she knows, okay, I don't have contact with my son. He ran away and the first time, and he took him in because I kicked him out. So he took him in. Then this unfortunate event happened, which I blew up. I added yeast to that shit, blew that shit up. And so he's really, you had no contact with him for 4 months. 4 or 5 months. Wasn't living there, nothing. So I get out. He shows up, shows up at my doorstep. Hey, Pop, I ain't got nowhere to go, man. I haven't seen or heard so-and-so in 4 months. Ah, man, it's just frustrating because it's like, what would you do? You gonna turn away your kid, your own kid? But that's the dilemma. That's the situation I was put into that situation right now. Put placed in a position where, well, I know I could go back to jail, right? But do I really want to, turn away my son who's telling me he's homeless? So I put my son's needs in front of my family. And somebody knew I would do that. And then because I did that, now somebody, the other person's calling my parole officer. She's calling, because I had to call the cops on my own son. But because of that, my she calls, my ex calls my parole officer. She goes above her head, goes to supervisors, the chief, to put me back in jail. So I'm thrown back in jail. I get out, I'm still dealing with this shit. I'm on there 25 days. I'm getting these attorneys pieces of shits. So I get out, and now, which leads me to this last thought, and I'm done, man. I'm done, man. I'm tired of this shit. So now I'm out of jail again, and I'm really walking on thin ice because you really can't do anything, and now you really can't do anything. I got to let them know when I'm going to leave the house, when I'm going to come back. I'm already on ankle monitor. What more do you want from me? We're talking about extending the injunction, and so when I was in jail the last time, again, I have a condition, people. Stress, the jail is a very stressful place to be, let alone have a condition like multiple sclerosis. The other person knows this. And so I'm put in jail, and it's, I have all kind of, I'm not getting into my pain because you don't want to know all that. But I'll make a separate video on what I'm going through. But I'm going through a lot. Mobility issues, stiffness, I can't sleep, constant pain, all kind of stuff. Right? But I get out the second time, and I just lost my train of thought at this point. But now I'm out, I'm walking on thin ice, and I get this. I have to go for an injunction, so we're going to continue the injunction. And now I'm trying to just see my kid. It's like, what? It's a process to try to get my baby back, to try to get my princess back. It's a struggle. It's been a constant struggle and a battle. And these attorneys are pieces of shit. I'm telling you, they do want to do the minimum amount of work, but they want to take your money. And it's like you try to research, and you research statutes and laws, and you can only research so much because, again, this isn't what you practice, and they know that, and then they try to demean you because they know, well, you don't have to, you didn't go to school for this. Okay, well, the statute is the statute, is it not? Okay, then. All right, I keep going off on tangents, but to sum it all up, man, I have someone who's keeping applying the pressure, won't let me breathe. And now, because I was in jail 25 days, I had an attorney who I had to hire. I told them I wanted to take it to trial. The day I go to court, when I think I'm going to take it to trial, I played, and they screwed me because he says, hey, he dangled the carrot. He says, hey, man, good news. I said, what the hell are you talking about? We're going to trial, bro. And I have my notes and everything, and papers just like this. He says, nah, man, we got to plead. We 25 days time served. And you're in 20, you serve 25 days, and you only serve another 5, right? So, or actually told me that day, get out that day. Oh, guys, my health, man, it's you don't get the treatment like you need in jail, right? They don't give 2 shits. They think that a catheter, you're supposed to reuse it, or they want to be stingy. When I need catheters to use the bathroom, they don't want to give it to you, and so sometimes I was forced to reuse. That being said, I'm not getting into all the difficulties in jail with multiple sclerosis, but that being one of them. You have to you weigh it out just like I did the first time. It's like, damn, can I take more of this physically? Can I take more of this? And then I'm risking losing it all. My house, my car, everything, because you're in jail. How are you paying for all this shit, sir? Unless you just got tons of money stacked up. But you know what I'm saying? So all this weighs on me, but most importantly, my health. So I'm like, how much more of this shit can I take? So, like the first time, I took the plea. The second time, I take another plea, knowing I shouldn't have taken the plea. Again, neither time should I have taken pleas, but I get drugged through the process, and so I just take it just to be done with it, thinking I can, withhold adjudication and put it behind me. But man, because when you take a plea, it doesn't matter if they're going to withhold adjudication for later, so you finish the probation and you're done with it. It still looks like you're guilty. You're still guilty. I'm just giving you. I'm not going to put it. I'm going to do this, and So you're still guilty, which I didn't know. So now they look at it like, oh, well, you did that shit. It's the same thing with the plea for violating probation, allegedly, right? And the reason I violated is because my son told me he had no place to live, and I had contact with my son. I was a dad. So because I was thrown in jail 25 more days because of that, I take another plea. The plea I take, I wasn't expecting to take, but I took the same that day. He's like, "Yo, good news, long story later, we're gonna got a plea offer, 25 days time too." So I have MS brain and I've been smoking. I just said that 25 times, but I took it again because I just my health, man. I can't take too much more of that shit, man. But now I think it's gonna come back to screw me because now we're pushing to extend the injunction, and I think we didn't even need to go to court for it because apparently it seems like they're extending the injunction because there's no need to because I fucked up when I took the plea. It looks like that's probably what it is. You know? But again, why are we keeping our kids from me, man? Why are you doing this? This isn't what the kids want. This isn't what my daughter wants. You see how happy we are when we're in the videos together? You see how happy she is and lit up to see who we are? Like, I cried my eyes out when I saw her the first time. And seen her here. She did too. And you just actively still just taking my kids from me. You damaged the relationship with my son. You damaged that relationship. Because you already damaged it. It was damaged on your end, so you wanted to make sure, well, if it's going to be damaged on my end, I'm damn sure going to make sure it's damaged on his end. Because what does it look like? It's damaged on the mother's end, but now he's with technically stepfather, but people don't look at it like that. People look on my end look like it's father, but apparently people look at it like stepfather. So on her end, it's like, well, how dare you? So now she tarnished the relationship with his ass, with him, and it sucks. So um, now she just trying to just take, she's taking the law just to take me away. And so what are dad's rights? What rights does who's looking at this like? Does this make sense? Who's looking at it like with discretion? Again, nobody's looking at it with logic and discretion, saying this doesn't even make sense. This charge and that is the charge, discharge of a firearm. This man served his time. He's on probation. What more do you want? Give him his kids. But now, on top of that, now you want to just strip me from everything so I can't make a living for myself. Now you want to take my kids away too. Wow. I'm done, man. I'm out. I'm love, man. Um, I'm still keeping my head up like a nosebleed, you know what I'm saying? Still taking it a day at a time, but it's just rough, you know what I mean? But like what I tell you, taking it a day at a time and giving it to God and knowing that everything's going to work out, and somebody's going to look at this. Somebody is going to look at this and say, "Does this make sense? Is this what we're doing in the best interest of the child?" Right? Forget what mother thinks or feels about the situation. Is this in the best interest of the child? So that's what I'm struggling with, and that's what's hard, and that's what's frustrating. Is people don't look at it like that. They just go by, okay, the law. This is the law. This is they go through the steps even though it's wrong. We see it on the news all the time. They do the shit even though it's wrong. What the fuck do we have you there for if you're not going to use discretion and use logic and use your best interest? It's just like a job, any job. But they continue to just do it and get pushed through the system and no good job. Well, we didn't even look at the situation. We didn't even look at the whole pie. So anyway, I'm done venting. I'm out of here, man.